of all of our students. And a big part of that is our athletic field. But our athletic field is in desperate need of a makeover.
The quality of this track as opposed to being able to use it for practice and or for a competition?
To have a competition, you have to have like the track, the rubber track, but like here there's a bunch of cracks, and even for practice it'll trip people up. Here this is a bump, and this is lane 1, which is, you know, typically used for every race, but especially the 100-meter dash. Like, you don't want to have them be sprinting because of course you're not going to be paying attention, so there's lots of those in the track.
Quite a few of those around.
Mm-hmm. And those that always trip me up.
Okay. So ladies, you have played soccer for quite a few years out here on this field, and first impressions by looking at it, it looks like we have a fairly decent field, but what are some of the issues that we have on this particular field?
Well, there are lots of mounds around, like this one, even though it looks fairly flat. Like, if you can see this right here, it goes up quite a bit, and we've had a lot of girls like roll their ankles. We've had quite a few injuries.
Okay, and is this typical of the entire field, or as we look out there, it looks almost flat, but are we seeing these divots and these mounds?
Yeah, this is,
everywhere?
There are quite a few little ones that just go up and down.
So you've been a goalie for our girls soccer team for the last 3 years now. Can you tell us a couple of the problems that you've seen, and talk to us a little bit about the condition of our equipment?
Well, some of the problems, it's really difficult with the dips in the field. You can't tell exactly where the lines are, and it's really difficult as a goalie to tell exactly where they are on the field in proportions to where you have to be. And especially on this goal and the other one, it's just a big mud pit, and you're sliding around, you can't get traction on the field. With our nets, for one, it's illegal to have a messed up net like this in a game, and it's hard for refs to tell if it's up in the corner, if it's gone through the net, if it's a goal, and it's just really discouraging to have balls fall through.
But you've played on a lot of different fields. Can you tell us the difference between the fields you've played on before and this particular field?
Well, this is probably the worst soccer field I've been on, and it's very bumpy and no control.
What kind of issues do we have when you're on a field that's not flat?
Well, you don't know where the ball is going to go. Yes, it bounces up unexpectedly.
And have you seen many injuries on this field as opposed to other fields?
Well, I've seen injuries that would not happen if it had been flat.
Well, you played soccer for the Cougars for a little while, but after an injury, your family decided against it. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, I was playing a game, and as you can see, there is a ton of holes on this field, and I twisted my ankle really badly, actually almost broke it. But once I hurt my ankle, my dad made me stop playing soccer and just made me play softball, but because I hurt it, it took me out of an entire season for both games.
All right, Jeff, just tell me how you first got involved with the track out there.
Had some problems, and I had a couple strokes. First got out of the hospital, and I literally couldn't walk. I started going down to the track, and I started walking with crutches, and started walking the track every day, and I got up to where sometimes I was going 9 miles a day. I saw the cracks in there. You have 11 of them.
You actually counted the number of cracks, 11 of them.
Oh yeah, I've been on that track quite a few times.
Good. Now you become an active part of the school on a volunteer basis, is that correct? And how did that take place?
Literally started picking up the garbage out there. Apparently somebody noticed, and they came and started talking to me. They kind of recommended that I could come here once in a while and do some stuff in the building here.
How many hours a week are you spending now volunteering here at the school?
Average like 2.5 hours a day. I mean, it's pretty neat, and it kind of makes me feel good inside that I am doing some things to help out a little bit, you know, and it doesn't make me feel if you're just sitting at your house, sitting in the house, that makes you feel pretty worthless.
How many of the, how much community involvement do you see using that track?
They're walking or running, and then there's a lot of sports events, through the summertime. And I see people playing frisbee. There's people that bring their dogs over to walk the track. Quite a few people. It's kind of surprising how many people we run into.
We have a lot of potential. We're in a great community, and we are really looking forward to having a field that we can be proud of.